Welcome back to Real Estate Mindset. Today's video is going to be absolutely bonkers. Now, as you guys know, the primary source of new inventory is coming from new home builders, especially with how low many homeowners' interest rates are, being that most homeowners that refinanced into interest rates under 4%. So a lot of inventory is coming from new home builders. Now, it's a bit of a juggling act for these new home builders. If they overbuild, they go out of business. Now, like us, these new home builders got whiplashed and rug pulled from the Federal Reserve. Now, new home builders are dangerously close to going out of business if they cannot sell the record amount of inventory that they are fixing to have. Now, today what we're going to do is dive into an article from Zillow that's titled May Housing Starts Bottleneck of Homes Finding Its Way to the Market Amid Affordability Woes. So guys, I want to tell you what the current state of the market was. And I say was because right now things are changing at record paces depending on the metro area that you're in. Now, before the Federal Reserve started doing all of this, basically new home builders took a lot of control over the housing market. New home builders were essentially, some of them were eliminating completely realtor commission. And the problem with that, guys, is these buyers no longer have representation because they've just crushed and taken away all of the realtor fees. Now, not all the new home builders did, but actually some big new home builders completely took away all realtor commission. Plus, not only that, builders took away almost all buying incentives. People had to be on a waiting list, and they would require an outrageous amount down for earnest money than ever before. So that's the current state of this market. Essentially, the new home builders were doing whatever they want. They had all of the negotiating skills on their side. The buyers had very little negotiating skills. But here's the thing, you guys, that is changing. Thank goodness. So we're going to deep dive into this article right now, and I'm going to share with you guys some of my opinions. But remember, this is my YouTube channel. I try to make you guys a video every day. So if you can, for my efforts, please, guys, like this video, subscribe if you haven't, comment, hit notification, all of those things. You guys know I'm not a financial advisor, but my bio, I work as a realtor, loan officer, and instructor of real estate in Texas. So if you have any other questions outside of what I'm talking about right now, email me. My email is in the description below, but we're going to get started on this article right now. Now, you guys, this isn't a long article, but I want to start with the data because this is really interesting to note. Now, it starts out, May housing starts totaled 1.55 million, down 14.4% from April 2022 and down 3.5% from May 2021, according to the U.S. Census Bureau. So essentially, the starts are down 14.4%, y'all, month over month. That is crippling. 14% is crippling. It goes on. Housing permits, because these are housings that have started, but housing permits issued in May were down 7% from April and up slightly 0.2% from a year ago to 1.7 million. 1.47 million homes were completed in May, up 9.1% from April and 9.3% year over year. So essentially, you guys, it's saying that 1.47 million homes were completed in May. Do you remember when I did videos, and Reventure Consultant has done a lot of videos like this, but essentially people were warning about this inventory dump happening this year in 2022. And essentially a result of that would essentially put a lot of these new home builders out of business. So now we kind of have our first month of a massive inventory dump from these new home builders at 1.47 million. Very astonishing, you guys. But remember the formula: interest rates, sales and construction, prices, and then inventory. Those are 4 tiers. The leading tier is interest rates. We are now in tier 2. Tier 2 is now firing on all cylinders, which is sales and construction. Sales right now plummeting. New construction right now plummeting. Next tier, prices. So the next tier that we're going to start seeing fire on all cylinders is prices, essentially listing values taking cut, but also sold homes decreasing in median home value as well. Sales for new home builders right now is plummeting. They're building a lot less, you guys, and they're starting a lot less building. Astonishing to see that. And they are dangerously close of going out of business because remember, they are not in business to hold houses. They must sell their inventory immediately, which is essentially going to lead to a fire sale with amazing buying opportunities. I'm going to give you guys at the end of this video my new plan moving forward into 2022 into 2023 as it pertains to purchasing residences from new home builders. Let's continue on with this article right now. All right, guys, let's finish this article out. With a very competitive housing market this spring, builders continue to keep their pace of housing starts above levels not seen in the decade prior to 2020. Though in the face of quickly rising interest rates and a related cooling of buyer demand, some builders may be beginning to pull back their plans with declines in permits for the second month in a row and a much steeper drop than the consensus. Builders are expressing pessimism about the state of the housing market, marking their lowest levels of confidence in future sales since the start of the pandemic. Supply and labor challenges continue to impact builders' ability to complete projects in a timely fashion. Both planned housing units authorized but not yet started and the number of units under construction are sitting at higher than normal levels. And despite a growing reserve of units under construction, the pace of completed homes increased after 2 months of decline, signaling the bottleneck of new homes and the funnel is finding its way to the market. This is great, guys. This is super, super great. Builders thus far were weathering the challenges blowing their way and giving the need for new housing access to the nation, unlocking the congestion of not yet completed homes and continuing to start new units is critical building block in helping ease affordability constraints worsened by years of underbuilding following the Great Recession of 2008 and 2009. But you guys remember what I said, the new home builders also got whiplashed and they also got the rug pulled out from underneath them. Some of these new home builders are still working on projects from 2021. They haven't even caught up from 2021. So now that they're completing all of these units and inventory is hitting the market, I'm telling you guys, these new home builders are going to be worried. They're smart people. So they see what's coming. They understand that demand right now is completely crippled and they are going to need to get all of these houses that they just built and are building right now. They're going to need to get off the books. But when demand is completely crushed, the only way to do that is offer crazy buying incentives. And that's what you guys are going to see going into 2022. But what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to close this video out with some final conclusions that I've got for my own personal situation moving forward. So as you guys know, I'm sitting on the sidelines. I have not yet purchased my primary residence. And for all the haters, don't worry. I own real estate. Okay. I have a rental and I have a note on another property. So I still have other homes and I've invested in real estate. But right now, instead of purchasing a primary residence, I've decided to rent, and I've actually just extended my lease another 11 months because I'm still not ready to purchase. Financially, I'm ready. I can afford it. My financing's there. My credit's there. My down payment. I'm out of consumer debt. All of those things are there, except the most important thing of all, a fantastic deal on something that I love. And that's what I'm waiting for. So here's my new strategy. And I've been thinking a lot about this, guys. And as you guys know, on my update videos every Thursday, I've been looking for houses under $120 a square foot. But because of the overwhelming amount of new building going on right now, and the fact that demand is completely crushed, I am now going to start putting my sights on new builds. So as you guys know, I plan on purchasing 2 homes before the end of 2023. I'm going to start looking at new builds. I'm going to turn one of those possibly into a rental and also into a primary residence. The reason why I'm going to do that is I believe the new home builders are going to be so under distress that they're going to give me offers that I cannot refuse. They're going to pay all of my closing costs and they're going to give me an additional commission for my realtor license that I can essentially use as a down payment. And not to mention the warranty. The real reason why I want a new home build is the warranty is also amazing. Usually the warranties last for 10 years. The first year, anything's under warranty. So if I turn something into a rental, I want it to be new because I don't want to fix it. Plus, on a primary residence, same reason. I absolutely love the warranty. And who doesn't like a new house? Y'all see what I'm saying? So my new strategy is, instead of targeting resale houses, which I'm still going to look at, I'm now planning on purchasing new homes, up to 3 in 2023, but I'm going to start out with 2 primary residence and a rental. New home builders, mark my words, end of this year and probably starting in 2020 and starting in Q3 of this year, you're going to see crazy deals from new home builders once again. In fact, you may see fire sales as well. But that's my strategy, you guys. I hope this video helps. Start looking at new home builders, watch their prices go down, and watch them start negotiating again. Now, here's the thing. I want to make this clear. We need these new home builders, so I do not want them to go out of business. In fact, I think the government should do some type of incentive for new home builders so that they don't slow down on their building, right? We want them to keep building, but they can't go out of business, right? They can't hold it. So there needs to be some incentives so that they keep building, but don't go out of business. Anyways, you guys, it is what it is. Now, I appreciate you watching this video. If you're out there investing in real estate, I do wish you luck and I hope you win.